G'day, it's Rob Eisenberg from voteearthnow.com, and I'm here with Kate Hook in Calare electorate, New South Wales. And thank you for joining us, Kate.
Thank you, Rob. Very exciting.
And we'd love to hear from you about a couple of things, but the first question is, how has climate change been affecting the people of the Calare electorate?
The quick answer is massively. So at the end of the last drought, the town that I live in, which is Orange, town of 40,000 plus people, we were 6 months away from zero water for that town with no plan as to, how we were going to deal with that. Another town in our electorate, Bathurst, was even closer. So water security is a massive one. Economically, it hits all the time. So over the 2019-20 bushfires, the mega fires, although we only had localised fires, we didn't have the massive front here. The smoke from the East Coast came all the way over and basically wiped out an entire vintage for our wine growers. So you can imagine the multiple millions of dollars worth of loss that was to wine growers. So what happens is the smoke taint gets in the grapes and you just can't use it. So massive. And that's not to mention also, farmers having to destock and, running out of water from an agricultural point of view. And the other thing is heat. It's funny because where I live in Orange, we have a reputation of being this really cold place. But heat is becoming a real issue. And we know that going forward, that heat will be a health issue. And that's something that people have been talking to me about as I've gone around the electorate.
Thank you. Do you think voteearthnow.com will help your voters of Orange make sure their climate message gets through to government?
Yes, I think it will, because I think there's so much rubbish being put out there at the moment amongst all the good stuff about the election that people are sounding confused. People I'm speaking to are sounding confused about what matters, but people know that climate matters. And sustainability and everything that goes along with that, but they just want clarity as to who stands for what. And I think the tricky thing is, I know I was at a candidate forum recently, and we were lining up, and our incumbent, who's a National Party person, was like, "Oh yeah, I care about climate change. I'm for renewable energy," and yet the voting record doesn't support that at all. So we do need something like the scorecard that you guys are doing. That'd be really helpful.
Excellent, thank you. And if you win the seat, how will you expedite climate action?
Well, this is a really exciting thing, because whether I win the seat or not, this is going to happen. We have such a movement now behind this campaign. It really has been a community-led thing, and it's just grown and grown and grown. We've got hundreds of people who have signed up, and they all want this momentum towards our clean energy transition. So in Calare, my region, there's two big traditional coal mining communities, Mudgee and Lithgow, and they all know that change is coming. And what they say is, the worry about that is that there's no plan. We need a plan. So I have a plan called Regenerate Calare. So regenerate refers to obviously regenerating energy in a new clean way. So instead of having our old coal-fired power, we've got renewable energy. And this is a really, really big one for us, because we've got this research that shows that out of all 151 electorates in Australia, we're one of the top two to benefit economically from this transition, just from the range of resources we have, existing transmission, storage potential, all that sort of thing. So it's a massive opportunity that we've got to do it. But Regenerate Calare is also about, regenerating those towns that have been forgotten as industries have closed over time, and regenerating arts and culture and tourism and all the other things that create an economic activity that will only be better with an abundant source of clean, cheap energy. And that's also clean manufacturing. So that is all going to happen anyway. It'll be much easier to make it happen if I'm in, but it's going to happen, because it just has to happen. And we know that this current government's not going to make it happen. That they've consistently voted against rapid transition to renewable energy, consistently voted against funding for ARENA, all these sorts of things. So it's got to come from the community and the people.